For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
And Tupac's a legend. Like I said, Tupac wasn't born, he was sent to us.
The hushed whispers of hip-hop forums and social media suddenly grew louder, echoing the tantalizing possibility is Tupac Shakur, the legendary rapper still alive. Behind the curtains of mystery and speculation, sources emerged bearing fragments of evidence claims of the rapper traumatic escape to Cuba. Papers and corroborating eyewitness accounts surfaced, so let's examine the evidence presented by proponents of his theory and determine whether it's worth believing them amidst the rising clamor far away. In a discreet corner of Cuba, Tupac possibly breathed a sigh of relief, safeguarded by the vigilant Suge. He was shielded from the world's curious gaze. Though as years rolled by and whispers became mere echoes, Tupac's legend never dimmed. His contribution to hip-hop remained a blazing impossible to forget. If I hope the Vegas Police Department
the Vegas Police Department do their due diligence and get down to the bottom of it.
And then Havana bore witness to an extraordinary event. Nestled away from its bustling streets, a nondescript recording studio played host to an enigmatic figure one fateful evening. It was a silhouette all too familiar, yet surrounded by an air of incredibility, according to proponents of the theory that Tupac is still alive and staged his own demise. This is how the situation might have looked. The jigsaw of Tupac's life and supposed demise is replete with missing pieces. As the puzzle starts coming together, one can't help but feel that many pieces are yet to be dissed or deliberately hidden from the public eye.
Pac is a strong dude, yo. I know Duke, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's real strong. So when they was like, he got shot, I was just more like, again?
For one, let's consider the curious case of the bullets. A total of 14 bullets were fired, but astoundingly, only a fragment found its mark on Suge Knight. And while Tupac was no stranger to threats and violence, he had an uncharacteristic absence of a bulletproof vest on that ill-fated day even. Though he was known to wear one on numerous other occasions, why would Tupac, someone acutely aware of the dangers surrounding him, forgo his protective gear on that specific day? Trouble-plagued rapper and actor
Tupac Shakur is at the age of 25, just about a week after sustaining 4 bullet wounds last Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Heart of Las Vegas, where every move seems to be under the watchful eye of thousands, mysteriously offered no witness to the cold-blooded assassination attempt. The peculiarities didn't end there. Discrepancies in Tac's autopsy report further deepened the mystery, while official records pinned his weight at 215 lbs. He is known to be a lean 165 lb. What could count for such a dramatic discrepancy? Further, the man who reportedly cremated the rapper vanished without a trace. One might ask, how does one involved in such a high-profile case simply disappear, especially after receiving a whopping $3 million as claimed by Knight? It's almost as if the plot of a mystery novel was unfolding in real life. Tupac's own mother hinted at her son's deliberate retreat from the limelight, feeding the ever-growing speculation. But perhaps one of the most intriguing pieces of evidence is Tupac's prolific posthumous musical output. Was this a sign of his lingering presence or simply an artist's legacy living
25 years later, a music superstar and icon's still unsolved?
Knight's statement, "Nobody has ever seen Tupac lifeless," was bold and fueled rumors further. Moreover, the very last photograph of Tupac, taken moments before the shooting, stirred even more controversy. The image revealed no keys in the ignition, an anomaly if the car was indeed stopped at a light. Even more startling was the date on the photograph, September 8, a full day after the official record of Tupac's shooting. The release of Tupac's final album, Poisley under the alias Machiavelli, only thickened the This nod to Nicole Machiavelli, an advocate of deceit and manipulation to outwit one's enemies, was seen by many as a coded message. Tupac, known to have studied Mac's works, might have been inspired by the philosopher's teachings to stage his own demise. The recurring symbolism of Tupac likening himself to Jesus through the album art and the original title referencing resurrection cannot be dismissed as mere coincidence. Connected these dots leads to an audacious conclusion. Tupac Shakur is very much alive in an exile in Cuba, Indeed, Tupac's escape was an elaborate ruse to escape the intense glare of fame. His aunt, already in Cuban exile, possibly played a pivotal role in his safe passage over time. Many, including the formidable Suge Knight, have hinted at Tupac's continued existence, citing reports from various corners of Cuba, and even Belize have kept the myth alive, with some suggesting his secret life is played out in the shadowy lanes of Old Havana. Could the whispers of him sharing moments with the global celebrities like Beyonce and 5050 Cent be true? A storm brewed on social media, fueled by the startling claim of Michael Mice, the revelation reminiscent of a plotline from a dramatic espionage thriller, did more than just reignite speculation. It sowed seeds of doubt in many minds about the rapper's tragic end. If Michael N's narrative is to be believed, the entire incident leading up to Tupac's supposed demise was an elaborate orchestration, once claims to be a crucial part of the strategy that spiraled Tupac away from the American limelight, destined for the Caribbean. Relative obscurity. Niece's connection to the Black Panthers provides a context that binds Tupac's familial ties and political affiliations into a cohesive narrative. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on an island, was how Nice articulated his conviction to TMZ, not just a metaphorical allusion to Tupac's speculated location, but an almost tangible imagery to Tupac, a fan Ed who've long harbored hopes of his survival. Further deepening the intrigue is Nick's detailed account of the escape. It was me, my brother the pilot, Tupac as the co-pilot, and two Panther guys on the jet. We took off and immediately knew we were safe. The subsequent events, according to him, saw Tupac finding sanctuary in Barbados, from where he made his way to Cuba. The choice of Cuba isn't random or impulsive. Conspiracy theorists find solace in the fact that Tupac's aunt Assata Shakur, a fugitive in her own right, had been living under Castro's protective umbrella since 1984. The parallels between Assata's escape and Tupac's purported disappearance are uncanny. The threads of rebellion, defiance, and quest for safety seem interwoven in the tales of both family members. Adding credence to these theories are the alleged sightings of Tupac in Cuba. A 2018 video by Charlie Boy hints at Tupac's presence in Old Havana. Like Assata believers assert that Castro granted refuge to Tupac. Some even claimed that Tupac partied on the island with pop sensation Rihanna, though photographic evidence has been largely dismissed. Death Row Records magnate Suge Knight once ominously mentioned in 2017, echoing Michael Nice, that Tupac could be somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar. These shared sentiments by individuals who were close to Tupac, or those who claim to have been part of the intricate web of his escape, further fuel speculations. The Shakur-Machiavelli connection is also explored by conspiracy enthusiasts. Tupac reverence for Niccolo Machiavelli, the political philosopher, is said to be the philosophical bedrock on which the grand design of his demise was conceived. While Mac's actual writings don't advocate faking one's demise, the semblance of such a strategy and Tupac's sudden change to the stage name Maplepost Prison has given Boris ample fodder in the end. Despite all these theories and anecdotal evidence, one fact remains: Tupac Shakur was officially declared dead on September 13, 1996, as the world commemorates the 25th year of his passing. The speculations surrounding his demise or life, as some may argue, continue to surge, and perhaps somewhere, whether it's on a quiet Cuban street or another corner of the world, Tupac may be watching his legacy living on, immortalized in the very mystery that surrounds him. Amidst the multitude of hypotheses and claims, fans have not remained silent. Their opinions, echoing across various platforms, range from skepticism to wholehearted belief. And remember that BMW car was completely bulletproof. Of the year math, folks, one pointed out, addressing the ambiguity surrounding the vehicle Tupac was in when the shooting occurred. Was this an overlooked piece of evidence, or was it just another piece in the puzzle that doesn't quite fit? Another passionate comment came from a fan who seemed more concerned with Tupac's well-being than the conspiracy itself. I miss him. I miss him, such a beautiful, sweet soul. I just wish he is happy and living peacefully. If he's alive, love you, Tax. It's evident that for many, the hope that the iconic rapper is alive stems from a profound emotional connection to his music and message. Yet the camp leaning towards the belief that Tupac is indeed still among us had some compelling arguments to offer. One fan laid out a series of observations I absolutely believe he is not lifeless. Huge insurance policy never cash bodyguards that said they helped him escape. He knew people were after him. No helicopters were dispatched that night. No one in his entourage chased. In the car with the shooters, Mikel's album was about life after too many inconsistencies. These observations, while not conclusively proving any, suggest that there's more to the story than meets the eye. While these are just a few voices in a sea of opinions, a clear pattern emerges: the narrative that Tupac might still be alive thrives in an environment of unexplained mysteries, conflicting accounts, and undying love from fans. But is the public entirely in agreement? Not quite. For every voice advocation on Tupac's continued existence, there is another questioning the plausibility of these theories. However, the key takeaway from these fan insights is not necessarily about finding the truth, it's about understanding the lasting impact Shakur has left on a generation and the lengths to which people will go to keep hope alive, regardless of where one stands on this topic. Tupac's legacy, as one fan put it, is one of a beautiful, sweet soul whose music and influence will forever echo in the annals of hip-hop history. So what's your take? Could the iconic Tupac Shakur truly be sipping on a mojo in a hidden corner of Cuba? Or is this all just a tantalizing tale spun out of the threads of conjecture and undying fandom? Is it the quest for truth, or is it our unrelenting desire to immortalize our heroes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, sometimes mysteries are what keep legends alive. So let's keep the conversation flowing. Stay curious, folks.